Hey, this is the coach, and you're listening to an interview from a live broadcast of the Coach and Cole Show on Blog Talk Radio. You can find us on demand on iTunes and on TuneIn.
Like you said, into this astrology aspect of it, were you expecting either one of those teams to upset the Wild or the Blackhawks in the first round?
Well, with my logical mind, no. Like when I was looking at analytics, but when I did my bracket around, one thing that is different when I'm looking at allocations for elements, I'm actually looking at their Mars allocation. So a lot of people think I'm looking at your sun sign, which is everyone knows. Oh, I'm an Aquarius, I'm a Pisces. When I actually look at whether a team is going to beat another team, I look at their Mars sign, which is basically what their zodiac sign is in Mars. It's a little more technical than we want to get. But it's just important to know that we look at that because that is the sign that dictates how you do under pressure or in wartime, wartime like scenarios. Because it's one thing to be like, every day when I'm talking to you, I'm a Pisces. But there is a huge difference with how you manifest when you're on the ice or in a must-win scenario. So when you look at each team, when I looked at the Blackhawks and say, Nashville, of course, everyone picked Chicago, but Chicago is like 40. Again, they were very similar to the Blues, actually, in terms of allocation, almost exactly the same. A ton of water players. And if you watch them over the season, they were kind of that way, too. They're a little sneaky, but you have the whole season to kind of burn that out, so it's not as exaggerated. But when you put that type of volatility into a 7-game stretch, it just magnifies. It's not going to work. So, yeah, I could – in Nashville, they're really – balanced. They have pretty equal allocation, and I think I mentioned in the article that we did research going back to all the winning Stanley Cup allocations and said, what do these rosters look like? And pretty consistently, I think over 95% of them had at least 50% or more fire and earth signs. So together, they had to have at least that much. If they had any excessive amount of water, they just weren't in there. They didn't win it.